So for today, we're going to do some nature study. He went through this nature anatomy book and he just randomly selected this type of bird. So what we're going to do, he's going to draw this bird and then he's going to identify all the bird parts. And then he's going to do some research on this particular bird and then write some facts about it. So we're about to go to the library, get some books. Hopefully we can find a book on this particular bird here. If we can't, then he can go ahead and do some online research. But I tell him to utilize our resources that we have at home and in the library first before going online. So within this book here, they have a chapter on birds. So he's going to go ahead and read all this information on birds. It might take him online where he can find some additional information, and he's going to tell me about everything he's learned about birds, and he's going to go ahead and include it on the drawing that he's going to create today. So, oops, I need to mark that page 112. So we're going to head to the library, see if we can find some books on birds, see if we can find some books on his particular choice of birds, and then we'll go from there. So we're going to have some lunch, go to the library, and then finish up our day. For today, we're going to go ahead and do some reading comprehension. We're going to check one of his assignments, which he had something wrong. We're going to check his story. He was responsible for doing a brainstorming exercise. He was responsible for doing an outline and his first draft. So today I'm going to review his brainstorm outline. We'll talk about it. And then we're going to review his draft together and we're going to edit it. And then he has to revise it tomorrow. And then I'm going to go over some assignments that he had with Beast Academy. I'm going to check it and see if he has any corrections. And that's going to be our instruction for the day. In the morning, we already completed our morning time, together time. We did that already. That took about 45 minutes. What we'll also do is we will do some read aloud type activity. We completed the book, The Green Ember. So what we're going to do is basically go through the Brave Writer curriculum for The Green Ember. We're on week 3. So we're going to just finish up that and we'll talk about, we'll do week 3 and week 4 today. And we're going to talk about the writing activity. But that writing activity won't be due until the weekend. We'll talk about it today and we'll work on it on Saturday and Sunday. And by the way, today is Wednesday. So on Wednesdays, this is our schedule. So on Wednesdays, of course, he does his morning stuff. He does his memory work, folder, and independent work. His independent work was just Bible. So during our together time today, we discussed the Old Testament. He's starting to remember the 39 books of the Bible in the Old Testament. So we got through the first 5. We started that today. And he did the other work within his memory work. And then for together time again, we did some cursive handwriting and our foreign language and corrective reading. And again, as you can see, we're going to review and correct his work. That independent work is that brainstorming, outline, and draft of his story to include making corrections in his Beast Academy and in his reading comprehension book. For grammar today, we'll probably just play a part of speech game. I'm ensuring that he memorizes all 9 parts of speech to include their definitions. So we play like a bingo game for that. For electives enrichment today, we're going to just talk about finances. So I'll pull out one of my Dave Ramsey's junior edition finance books, and we'll just talk about one thing in there. For math, we are on fractions. For today, I'm probably going to have him do Today we're not on multiplying and dividing fractions yet. So today he's going to work on these 2 pages, which is on mixed numbers. So what I do with the math, I assign him the math via a YouTube video. I do a quick lesson on the board, or I have these DVDs from the great courses, and he'll do the assignment. This is a Math Mammoth printout, by the way. If he gets it, then we move on to the next thing. If he doesn't get it, then I do some reteaching and we work on it together. So today he's going to get mixed numbers, but he knows how to do this. He's done adding and subtracting fractions with the same denominator. He's done mixed numbers, adding and subtracting mixed numbers, equivalent fractions, comparing fractions. He's done all this in the 4th grade when he was in public school. So these serve as refreshers. And again, once he gets the majority right, we just keep on moving on until he doesn't understand something and it requires reteaching. So these will be fairly short for him, maybe 20 minutes. And again, he's only doing one, which is mixed numbers, 2 pages. And for nature study, we just talked about that. We're headed to the library to get some books on birds. That's also his self-led project and art. So today those work hand in hand. And once we're done, he will go online and do any kind of online resources that are educational that he chooses. He has to read for 30 minutes before he goes to bed, and he completes the rest of his day. Clean up. Remember, no electronics today for gaming, and bedtime is 9 o'clock. So this is our schedule on Wednesday. So, all right, you can do a movie. So we're looking through the online catalog in the library for the bird. They don't have that specific bird.
What such birds they put into Incredibles?
I don't know. But maybe you can find a general book on birds, and we'll just look at, we'll go on Google for your specific type of bird.
Yeah.
This is the homeschool area for parents who want to get together and do homeschooling, or if you need to come here yourself and just do some kind of homeschool lessons with your kiddos. So I'm going upstairs and getting his book for him. Are you really playing in this little baby area?
That's the baby that's in there. When I go in there, the baby plays.
You can go out.
You get in.
No, Jeremiah, leave her alone.
Yeah.
Leave her alone.
The baby deserves to get out of there.
We just got from the library. The kids ate their food, sat downstairs with them for a few minutes. Baby is sleeping, and right now I'm upstairs in the homeschool room. I'm going to eat my food without my son knowing that I'm eating in here, because we're not allowed to eat in here. But he has about 35 additional minutes to do whatever he wants to do until we reconvene. When it's lunchtime, we normally take about 2 hours. And that time includes like us going to get something to eat, or cooking, having a conversation. If we have to run an errand or go to the library or whatever, we do all that within that time frame. If we have an appointment, we do that within that time frame. And once we come back home, I give him about 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes to just unwind based on whatever we had going on outside the home during our 2-hour lunch break. But this is the book I wanted to show you really quick. When I said earlier in my video that today we're going to do enrichment, on Wednesdays we do electives 3, and electives 3 is like life skills, enrichment, things of that nature. And this is the one that we're going to do today. It's from Dave Ramsey, his junior Adventures. It's like a little finance course for kids. So in our read aloud today, we're just going to read this book. I'm not sure if I'm going to read the whole thing. Yeah, it's pretty short. Yeah, I'll read the entire book, but I do have the entire set. I think the set comes with maybe 6 books. Let's see. Here are all the titles of the books here. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so it comes with 6 books. And this book is basically about chores. And I assume it's about responsibility and earning funds when you have chores. If you as the parent decide to do that, if you decide to allow your children to have an incentive for doing certain type of chores. As for me, in our household, we do provide our son with money for certain chores. Certain chores he has to do daily, like his morning routine, night routine, which is like tidying up his room, bathroom, excuse me, wiping off the table from dinner or breakfast or lunch, and like taking out the trash. Those are his household contributions. Those are the chores that he is required to do. However, we do give him money for chores such as during our home blessing hour, which is on Sundays, or our deep cleaning days, which is once a month on Sundays, or if we are doing yard work, or if we're washing our car, or if we're doing something that takes a little bit more effort, then we absolutely give him the opportunity to earn money. We tell him how much he will earn for doing that particular chore. If he does it, he does it. If he doesn't, he doesn't. And we keep it moving. If he doesn't do it, then of course me or his dad will do it, because it's basically our chore, but we're just having him provide assistance to us for the purpose of earning money. And he, more than likely, he always does it. He earns his money. We save in 3 different types of funds. He has spending, he has saving, and he has giving. So if he earns $10, automatically 20% goes to saving. So $2 automatically goes to savings, and he has about $8 to spend. Out of his $8, within his budget, we do have him contribute to his expenses. He has a cell phone. He purchases these shakes that he wants me to purchase every single time I go grocery shopping. He gets about 4 sets of them, so that's about $40. So I just tell him, okay, the way you're going to contribute is by giving $1. So $1 covers your cell phone bill, and that dollar also covers your, shakes that you want. So that's how he contributes to expenses, so that he understands that when he wants something, he has to save, pay for it. And there are some expenses in life where he has no choice. He's going to have to pay, like rent, potentially car note, life insurance, or, all those other things that us grown-ups have to pay for. And the giving portion, that area that he saves for, is for like if he wants to buy a friend a birthday gift, his sister a birthday gift, if he wants to do something for someone, or he just wants to give money to a particular event, charity, or a person. He has given $1 to someone that he's seen on the street. He has donated to, Girl Scouts by buying those box of cookies. He has purchased a gift for some people before. And of course, if he's buying something and he's using his giving money, he doesn't have enough, we will give him assistance and help him pay for that. The money that he saves is just for purposes like if he cracks his cell phone, he's going to pay for that. If he, which he already did, he had a virus on his laptop because he had a virus on his laptop because he was downloading games. and then one of those games gave him a virus, so we had to go to Geek Squad and get that fixed. He went into his savings and he paid for a portion of that. Those things are pretty expensive, $100 to $200 to fix, but we'll make him give us like $20 or $10, which is a nice chunk of his savings. So it hurts him so bad when that happens, but I believe that it teaches him a very valuable lesson. So let me go ahead, eat my lunch, and then I'll come back on and possibly videotape some of the things that we're going to do today. Leah, finish your bird. So like I said, as you're doing your anatomy of a bird, you're basically drawing this out and labeling it, which you did a great job, actually. Wonderful job. Now, I just need you to... Hello, I'm talking to you. I need you to double check your drawing and labeling and use your... oh, there they go. No, that's markers. Use your color pencils. Use your color pencils to color that bird, and then I'll go ahead and finish read this book to you. She's... Sanaya, no. You're going to have to redo that whole thing, Jeremiah. Don't do it. All right. Sanaya. Yes, take that. Yes, go ahead. Take that. Take that. Okay. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Can you go ahead and get your puzzles? Go get your puzzles.
I don't know where my color pencils are.
They should be in your room.
I boosted and everything.
I don't know. The next morning after breakfast, Dad and Rachel counted up her chores for the week. She had earned her usual $5. Dad looked at Junior's chores. Dad looked at Junior's chores and raised an eyebrow. So Junior, what's that? $1.50? Yes. So maybe you should step up the chores a bit next week. Yes, sir. Okay, so we just read the book, Battle of the Chores, again by Dave Ramsey, Jr. Edition. And this series has about 6 different books for 6 different topics. Okay, so we read the book. What'd you learn? What was the lesson? What was the enrichment point for the day?
Or the theme.
Or the theme, whatever you want to say.
The theme was about not going into debit.
What? Into debit?
Not going into
debt?
Yeah, debt.
Okay, what's that?
Where you owe someone money.
When you owe someone money. So what did you learn from this book? I want you to make it personal for yourself.
You don't borrow money from people, especially because you'll have to pay them back. And if you just have to wait, it's probably going to take longer for you to pay them back than it is for you to make the money that you need.
Excellent job. I like that. Good job. So for our enrichment, personal finance, we learned about debt. And debt is just owing somebody money or owing them something, right, that you borrowed.
I remember when I was in debt with you, because I didn't know how much money I had spent. So I spent like $12 over, and I had like a 10, and I had it's not something about this one, but like remember the first time that we ever did our budget? Yeah, that one.
Yeah, when you went over your budget, and I let you go over your budget for the purpose of learning how difficult it may be to owe someone and have to pay them back. And as you were earning money for your chores throughout the week, what happened? I was like, that's great. Do the chores. Wonderful. At the end of the week, I took the money from you. And then you're like, oh my goodness, I should have just not even went into debt. I could have just waited.
I could have just checked how much money I was spending instead of going on a spending spree.
Absolutely. Oh, great. So that was 2 lessons. So the first one is 1, I shouldn't go over what I currently have, which is also going into debt. So when you go over the money so when you go over what you don't have, that creates a situation of debt where you're going to owe somebody something, right? So instead of going over, right, You just track your expenses, track your income. So before you go shopping or before you go purchase something online, you already know how much you're working with. You already know what your balance is. It's called a balance. Okay. You know your balance. You know what you have to work with. So you go make your purchases for that amount and you don't go over it. Can you go under it? Do you have to spend all of it? No, you have to spend all of it. So the whole gist of this book, you are 100% correct. We don't want to go into debt. Stop doing that with your mouth. You don't want to go into debt. You don't want to owe anyone money. And sometimes, not sometimes, all the time, it's just best to wait and save whatever amount you need in order to make whatever purchase you need. Is waiting and saving sometimes like annoying? Is it like, why?
I want to get the thing as fast as possible.
But
the thing is that sometimes it might be limited time only. So when it's limited time only, I have to wait and I have to hope that it's still there. And sometimes when it's limited time only, it tells you how much time. So I try to make as much money as possible.
So what could you have done? So for those items that may be limited time only, if you know you're going to make purchases that will create that type of situation, what could you do when you do have your money?
I should probably spend it on those first.
Okay, you can spend on those first. Or what can you do? Because you don't know when something is going to be on sale or something is going to be limited time only. So what should you do when you get your money?
I should check for that.
No?
Okay.
Think about it. You don't know if something is going to go on sale. So when you do make money for your chores, what can you do to make sure you have the money available if something goes on sale?
Check how much money it is?
No. Well, yeah, you want to check how much it is, but remember.
How much money do you have?
No.
Check your balance.
My balance? You're borrowing.
I check my balance.
No, that's not going to help you because you don't know what's going on sale. What should you do when you get your money? What do you do with your money? We have three categories.
Save.
We have to save. Yeah.
First I want to save.
That's
put it in my giving.
Well, your giving is for what? Your giving account is for what?
Well, other people.
It's to give other people, someone other than yourself. That's okay. It adds up. And then we have our spend money, which is what you do. You're going to go buy something. And you have your save. And what's the save for?
For either your leftover money or...
So you save your leftover money, but what is it used for? Why are we saving?
So you can keep on adding up in your money and money.
So you can
have a lot of money.
Okay. So you're putting all your money into some kind of reserve account, an area where you can hold it. But why are we holding our money? Why are we saving our money? What's the purpose?
So we can have more money in the future. More
money in the future. And in your case, when we talked about something going on sale, if you have money saved,
then you can
what?
Buy all the things that are on sale that you want.
Boom. That was a big booyah. So this is the point. The point is when you have money, we have our giving for other people. We have our spending, which is for the items that you want, right? We don't want to overspend. You only want to spend within the allotted amount you have.
This guy did.
Exactly. And you want to save, and you're saving for future needs, future purposes, because you don't know if something is going to go on sale.
Well, you don't know when a new item.
You don't know when a new item is going to pop up.
You might buy all your new things, and then 1 week later you realize a new item that you want pops up, and then you have no more money.
Exactly. So you save it just in case. It's called for a rainy day. You're saving for a rainy day, just in case something pops up that you need or want. So you hold that money, have it available. So when that item is on sale or is on that special that you were talking about, that limited time, guess what? Oops, I have money saved. Let me go and use that money. Bam. Right? All right. Good job. Proud of you. Homeschool day?
Over with.
Okay. Bye-bye. Oh, well, we have to watch a movie tonight about the Nile River. So I'll find a movie or a documentary or something on YouTube or Netflix so we can watch 30 minutes of Nile River. Let me see that one. Yeah, I did get that one, but I can't find the DVD player. Unless
it sounds good. I know where it is.
You know where it is? Okay, so we can hook it up. I don't know why it's not hooked up anyway. Or we can exactly. Or we can put it in our computer. But yeah, guys.
I was doing it in the computer.
Okay.
So we don't have to waste a lot of time hooking it up.
Okay. But this is the book, not book, This is a DVD that I purchased from PBS. I have a whole bunch of these in reference to Black history, African history, pre and post colonization. And this one here, the DVD that we're going to be watching today is this right here for movie night. Black Kingdoms of the Nile, the Swahili Coast. So along with this types of DVDs, I like to look for documentaries on Netflix, and I also like to look for quick videos on YouTube. But for African studies, we are studying the Nile River. So that's why we're watching this for our movie night.
I'm interested in it already.
You are?
I haven't even seen it.
Based on what you learned so far, right? Do you remember anything you learned so far about the Nile River? That
has this blue part in it, Roy.
Wait. How do we say that? So it first starts as two what?
Two parts.
Lakes. It first starts off as two parts, and then it joins together. What are those two parts called where it starts?
White and blue something.
Oh, get your paperwork, boy.
What is it?
Really, you asking me? Look in your history folder. Since you brought it up, let's talk about it. And you thought it was over. Homeschool was over. Okay. So I had him write some facts. Yeah. Hold on. I had him write some facts about the Nile River based on our studies that we did last week for African studies. This is the book that I use for our African studies. It's called African American History, A Journey of Liberation. And again, for the first semester, we're just focusing straight on pre-colonization, the rich history, the tribes. We're going into detail about the land. We're going into detail about the queens and kings and warriors of our time. So, and it may take more than one semester. We might take the whole school year and do pre-colonization, and then we'll talk about all that other stuff post-colonization next year when he's in 6th grade. But oh yeah, you can have one. Great job today. So this is not the only African studies book that we use. We also use, come in here please. We also use some other stuff, but I'll do a video on our African studies and the resources we use. So go ahead. You only have to tell me about the two parts of where it began.
It begins at 2 streams.
Oh, 2 streams. So it begins as 2 streams.
White Nile
and
Blue Nile.
So you are right. White Nile and Blue Nile. Okay. So now it is officially over.
Homeschool high five over with. Yeah.
All right. I'm almost done cleaning out the homeschool room, bathroom clean. Let me go ahead and get a disinfectant wipe so I can clean off her table and stuff. Oh, 4 months prego. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and clean off her table. This room was a mess. But for all you homeschooling, after schooling mommies and daddies and caregivers out there, you already know that is normal and that is expected. So the room is basically clean. I'm just taking my little wipe and wiping down the area. Just a seat. Oh, my son is gonna have to take out that trash. We normally take out the trash on like Friday or Saturday. So everything is good. I'm gonna go ahead and remove. These are little covers, clear covers that I actually got from IKEA. We cover our desk with them. Oops, look what I just did. This captured a piece of crayon and I wiped and look what happened. But it'll come right off. So that's good. But yeah, I got these little clear wipes from IKEA, and they work great. I think they were like $4 a piece or something like that. So this is the best I'm going to do for today. Room is not that bad. It's all right. All right. So you guys make it a great day. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And as always, be blessed.